Hey Exoticals, this is your girl back with another Exotical rant. Today we're talking about toxic femininity part 2. And I wanted to do another video on toxic femininity because a lot of young women literally don't know what it is until they're too deep in it, and it just takes over their life. And it may take that away sometimes. And that's what we're talking about today. So if you're sensitive to that, please just click off this video now. Today we're talking about Miss Universe 2019, Miss Chelsea Christ. And she unalived herself because she was dealing with a lot of mental health issues. But let's just go over everything about her, everything that she was doing. And let's tie this back into how this became a very toxic situation to her. Let's go, girls. Miss Chelsea, she was a TV correspondent for Extra. She's a model. She was the beauty pageant title holder in 2019. She was an attorney. She was actually nominated for 2 Daytime Emmy Awards. She also, of course, since she was an attorney, she was also a college graduate, and she actually graduated cum laude, which is a very prestigious honor. She also pledged for Alpha Lambda Delta. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not into all that. So, yeah, she was also in a sorority. This woman was doing so much. And this is why I tell you guys, take your time. You can't be everything to everybody. And this is what they put on us as women of color, especially Black women. Mixed Black women are included in that, ladies. That's us too. They put all this stress on us. And we have to be fit, feminine, friendly, well-educated, super resourceful. We have to be like 10 bitches in one. And this is no slight or downgrade to this young lady that unalived herself, because I love Chelsea. When I saw that she won the pageant in 2019, I did not even know that she was doing all of this stuff besides pageants. And I just figured she was a college graduate, at least a bachelor's. But I didn't know she was an attorney. She was a TV personality. She was a model. She was a part of a fraternity. I didn't know she was doing daytime TV. I didn't know she had all this going on. I saw a woman that looked like me. She resonated with me. And I said, girl power. I'm so glad she won. Another one for us Exoticals. I wasn't thinking like she's being buried in stress. She's trying to prove herself to everybody. She's trying to be the best Black woman, the best mixed woman, the best half white woman. She's trying to be everything at once. I didn't even know that. I had no idea she was putting all this on her back. But that's what I'm talking about, toxic femininity, ladies. When you have to be everything, you got to be everywhere. You have 5-6 jobs. You're top performing at all those jobs. And when you come home at night, all you really want to do is be cuddled by somebody that loves you and cares about you. You want a husband and family. But you're thinking that you must do all these other tasks to get that. And when you get back home and year after year, you realize, why do I have everything but what I truly want? I'm getting praised outside, but when I come back home, I have nobody to spend time with. And you're trying to equate your resume to your worth as a woman. And that's a dangerous highway to be on. And this is what I was talking about with toxic femininity. Putting so much pressure on us young Exoticals, us young Black women in general. Like, this is for everybody. Putting stress on us. This is when I literally did not know this woman. I saw her briefly get awarded and I was happy for her. But literally when I heard that she unalived herself, I wept. And I cried because it's so many Black girls like her, so many mixed race Black girls like her that are putting all this stress on themselves. They're trying to be a super bitch. They're trying to be super woman so hard that things like this happen. It affects their mental health. And mental health is so important right now. You don't know how important mental health is until you don't have it. Until you spread yourself so thin in every direction, trying to give everybody your all. When you come home, you have nothing left for yourself. Your public life is in order, but your private life is in shambles. And I've seen this happen so many times. And I'm telling you, Exoticals, stop. Don't do it. If you know you don't have to be everything you don't have to be everything to everybody at every moment. That's why I keep reinforcing in every video, leave something for yourself. Because you're going to need that. You're going to need something for yourself. You're going to need a little bit of energy for yourself. You're going to need a little bit of time for yourself. And you're going to need a little bit of space for yourself to really get to know yourself and to build yourself back up. Because people will take. And when it's time for them to like build you back up the way you've been building them back up, they are nowhere to be found. That's why as Exoticals, I stress this so much to you guys. Save something for yourself. Don't give the world everything you've got. Because when you got nothing left, they're not going to come and save you. And tragically, this is what happened to this young lady. She was trying to be Superwoman and she failed. And condolences to her family, of course. But I wish I could have, sometimes I wish I could just be like a butterfly on the wall and going around telling young girls, young women, it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay. You don't have to have a college degree. It's okay. You can just be a wife and mother. It's okay. You can just be a wife. It's okay. You can stay at home. If you need to recover, if you just need time with yourself, it's okay to be a housewife. If you want to be a stay-at-home mom, that's okay too. You can still make time for yourself. You don't have to show up for everybody else. Just show up for yourself. And that's what was lacking in this situation partially, it was lacking. She was everywhere. She was on Extra. She was modeling. She was doing pageant duties for being the title holder in 2019. She was attorney. She was doing daytime TV. I mean, she like me going over her resume on paper, to me as a feminine woman, looks insane. And I'm going to tell you why. She's doing too much in a short period of time. That puts a lot of stress on your body because she was just trying to achieve. And there's nothing wrong with being highly motivated, but you got to give yourself breaks. Like, you got to give yourself breaks. When you don't, it really can affect your mental health. And a lot of times when we hit, a lot of women, like, they don't want to admit it. When we hit 30, we want a family. Like, let's just be honest. We usually at least want to be married or like on like engaged or almost like on that path of getting married before we're 34. We want to have that. And we usually want to at least have 1 or 2 children. That's most feminine women do desire to have a husband and family. And what toxic femininity does, it makes you feel bad for your natural longing for companionship and reproduction. It makes you feel bad about it. It makes you feel like, oh, I don't know, I got to do everything by 30. By 35, I got to have a Benz. By 40, I got to have this or that. I got to be balling. I got to get the bag. I have to get the bag. And when I hear young girls talk about this that are in their 20s, I'm scared because I'm like, get the bag. You got to have a Benz. You're trying to get expensive cars, expensive homes, expensive clothes. And I'm like, hold up. Hold on. I understand you want nice things, but do you have to have everything at once? I start looking around like, okay, do you know the numbers on this? And when you break down the numbers to these women, even sometimes women that are over 30, they don't say anything because they haven't done any numbers. They don't know how much anything costs. Sometimes they don't even know the standard. They don't even know the standard rate of living in their area, like how much money they need to make to stay in that city. They don't even know how much they need to make to stay in that city, or how much the house they claim they want cost every month. They don't know this. They don't know how much that car, that nice BMW or Mercedes or whatever expensive Lamborghini car. They don't even know how much that costs per month to finance and to insure. They don't know it. And then when you break the numbers down to them, they're looking like, oh, well, I'm going to get a rich guy. Okay, let's break down the numbers from the area you live. Let's see how many rich guys are in your area. Let's see how many that are not married. They're looking crazy. They're looking at me like I'm crazy. And I'm looking at them like they're crazy. I'm like, the house you claim you want is over $500,000. So he has to make six figures. You claim you don't want to work and you already have 2 kids out of wedlock. So he has to literally be making more money than most men in this area, in this country. So he's part of the 1%. And I said, what affluent man do you already currently know that you're in the circles with? None. Okay. What guy that has made 6 figures that you have dated seriously? None. But I can get him. Oh, how you plan to get him? Well, he took me on a date. Dating is not marriage and does not equate to being a full-time provider. And you already have kids out of wedlock. So, I mean, it seems like you're going to probably need to work because most men aren't going to be able to afford your kids plus their kids with you. So you're going to at least need to be able to cover your own kids that you had with somebody else. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm looking at them like they're crazy because I'm like, you keep saying all the stuff you want. Is this a dream or is this a goal? Because if it's a goal, you're being realistic with yourself. You're setting real-time goals. You're knowing that a person that's on this level, just like you want them, they have requirements for their partner that they want. And it doesn't involve getting used by somebody that's already made life decisions with another man. So you see that? Like you've already made life decisions with another man, but you want this guy to come be your Superman and take care of the kids you had with this guy that is not a 6-figure maker that works at McDonald's. See, like I really don't promote toxic femininity or feminists because this is they tell especially young women of color that they have to do everything and do everything at one time, but they don't tell that to their daughters. They don't push this on their daughters. They push femininity on their daughters. They push being a wife on their daughters. They push being a mother on their daughters. They push being living a stress-free lifestyle on their daughters. That's what they push for their daughters. But they push for women of color for us to be superwoman. We have to be superwoman in the workplace, superwoman at home, and superwoman in the bedroom. We have to do everything. So by the time we're done doing everything for everybody else, we have nothing left. We're drained. And this is so scary because just like Miss Universe Chelsea, she's not the only woman going through this. She's not the only woman that when she hits 30 thought, okay, I don't have a husband. I must not be a good woman. I don't have any kids. I must be lacking in some area. Something must be wrong with me. I've known a lot of women that think like this. And it's nothing wrong to be wanting to get married before you're 30. But be realistic with yourself. If you're a very accomplished person, you might get married later on. She might have got married when she was 34, 35, 36. But with her having this feministic outlook on life about having to get everything at everything at one time, and you have to be like excellent in every area, it puts additional pressure on you. And no wonder why she had a mental breakdown. I've seen a lot of women have mental breakdowns. I've had several friends have mental breakdowns because they're over 30, unmarried, no kids. And they're trying to, they have resumes like Chelsea's. They have these very extensive resumes that are filled with things that occupy a lot of their time, but things that don't fulfill them when they're alone at night in their bedroom. They're in their house by themselves. They're unfulfilled. They're getting admitted into psych wards because they can't take it anymore. They can't take the pressure that they allowed society to put on them, or been coerced into putting on them from these toxic feminists. I wholeheartedly believe that every woman should have a choice to do whatever she wants with her life. If you want to work, work. If you want to stay home, stay home. But don't think you have to do everything, and that you being the world's mule will make you more valuable. We as women are born with value. We don't have to acquire it. We're born with value. We are the givers of life. So you sitting back trying to fill up your resume, trying to stress yourself out and accomplish everything together or in a short amount of time at once, and not getting to your personal goals will always hurt you. As young women, as older women that are listening, because I know I have older women that are listening as well, it's okay that you don't have everything you want right now. It's okay that you may not be married right now. You may be married right now, but don't have a career. It's okay, because with time comes things. It's okay you don't have that new car you want right now. That's okay. It's okay that you gained that extra 10 pounds. Just work on that in your personal time and do what feels best for you. You may want to stay fat right now. Okay. I mean, everybody has a time when they're a little chubbier. They're a little skinnier. They're a little slimmer. They're a little pudgier. So don't put that pressure on yourself. Love yourself at every stage. Love yourself when you're unemployed. Love yourself when you're just a stay-at-home mom. Love yourself when you're just a student. Love yourself when you're just a mother. Love yourself when you're 10 pounds overweight. Love yourself when you're perfect. It's easy to love yourself when you're perfect. But at every stage, don't go buy that outfit because you want to feel good about yourself today. Go buy that outfit. Go sit at the park with your dog. Go focus on dating if you really want to meet a provider male. If you really want to get a husband, focus on dating. Be like, I'm blocking this next 2 years off as my years to really date and vet men that I feel like I want to be with long term. And I'm not going to clutter my schedule with other things because this is what I really want. I want to be a wife and I want to be a mother. And I need to block off this time in my life to focus on that. And that's all I want to focus on. It's okay. I'm giving you permission today to do what you want to do when you want to do it. Stop trying to push everything in 1 year, in 2 years, in 5 years, in 10. Stop trying to do that. You might not have a career until you're 55. You might not start your career until you're 60. You might not ever have a career, but you might be one of the mothers in our neighborhood, in our neighborhoods that help the children in the morning cross the street, that read to the children at the library. That might be your goal, to be a mother of our community. But if you keep trying to push yourself in spaces that don't fit, you will have a mental breakdown, and it might come to terms like this young lady life did. And you don't want that to happen. It's too many people that love you. And even if nobody loves you, if you think nobody loves you, God loves you. You should love yourself. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. You should love yourself. You need to find a source within yourself to build yourself back up. And listen to these toxic feminists. All they will do is break you down. Break down your beauty. Break down your energy. Break down your time. Break down your private life for yourself. They'll break it down. And it'll be a new feminist every year because the old feminist has left and got married and had kids, because she was only a feminist when she was in college. She was only a feminist for 2 years so she can get a platform and get some money. Like, feminists, I'm going to just say it, feminism was never built for women of color. We need our community. We need our men. And a lot of times our children, especially the children that we desire, we need them as well, and they need us. So stop trying to fit in this cookie cutter. I always call it the cookie cutter Caucasian feminism that they try to sell to you, and they package it up really pretty. But you notice they never package that same package up for their daughters. They don't do it for their sisters, for their moms. They usually try to have traditional relationships that always benefit them and their womanhood and their feminism. So it's just, ladies, please, please, please do what you want to do. Do not try to be a superwoman. Do not keep pushing this agenda on women that look like us. Please stop. Please stop. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to show up at a job you hate and figure out a way to make money the way where you're comfortable and you're less stressed. Stop doing it. As exoticals, we're naturally feminine women, and we desire a lot of us desire that traditional relationship. Nothing's wrong with that. And if you don't, nothing's wrong with that. But do what you want to do. Stop listening to society and what these people on TV are telling you, or showing you this is what mixed womanhood looks like. This is what black womanhood looks like. This is what a black mixed woman should be doing. Stop. Throw that away. I don't even watch stuff anymore that has stereotypical roles for women of color or black women. I don't watch it because it's not entertaining to me. You overworking this woman is not entertaining to me. You using her as a mule is not entertaining to me. And I won't endorse it. I won't watch it. You picking her apart is not amusing to me. So don't let people, society, media dictate what you should be doing. If you need a break, take a break. If you know you need a very lax lifestyle, start building upon that lifestyle that you can sustain. Whether it's working from home, creating a YouTube, creating an Instagram, creating a TikTok, where you can work remotely and get things done, and it doesn't take a lot of stress out on you. You don't have anybody standing over you, harassing you. Do that. Do that, Exotical. But please, please, please be careful and don't let these toxic feminists win, because they don't care about you. All they care about is getting their grunt work done by you, because they're definitely not going to do it. They're definitely not going to do it. They just want to get their work, all that grunt work done by you. They're not going to make their daughter do it, their sister, their mother. They're going to try to get you to do it, and then boost your head up and your ego up so you'll go ahead and do it. So all the toxic feminists, beware, because us exoticals are shutting you down. You're not going to take our daughters, our sisters, our mothers, our friends, and you're not going to put all these things on their back and then push them and then tell them to run. You're not going to make them run with all that shit on their backs, because we're not going to have it. Exotical Rants 2.0, Part 2, Toxic Feminists, beware. Bye-bye.